Yo, what up? Happy New Year, everyone. Bone Army coming at you. Right now, I'm going to talk about the Shib daily article talking about Bone, the gas token of Shibarium. In case you don't know, it is Shib is the meme, Bone is the gas token, crypto's the game. Once again, I go by Crypto Markets, aka Bone Army, coming at you. So, this is going to be an action packed video. So, in case you don't know too much about Shib, Shiba Inu, the different tokens, the ecosystem, the blockchain, the different partnerships, the dApps, my goodness, it's so much. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Go to shib.io. Okay, go to shib.io so you can familiarize yourself with some of the ecosystem. All right, with that said, I am going to show you guys that what this article is saying, and here we are, this is the actual chart right here, looking quite bullish if you ask me, is giving us a little bit of the indicators. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out real quick, and then I'm going to show you guys also some of where the altcoin season index are for the year, the month, and the season. And there's a reason why I'm going to show you that, so stay till the end to check that out. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get to this article. All right, blockchain community DeFi market, Shiba Inu, Shibarium, Bone reclaims 9 cents as bullish indicators signal new momentum shift. This is from January 5th, 2026 by one of my favorite authors, Gushiken Yona. All right, so here we go. It says Bone Shiba swap. Bone claimed the 9 cent price level after a 9% weekly advance. If you guys have been keeping up with crypto, you guys know everything's starting to kind of bounce off the floor. Although I will warn you, okay, not to be the bearer of bad news, but everything's looking hella bullish. I feel it too. You feel it too. Hopefully it remains bullish, but I do see the potential for one final dip. I know I hate to say that because I know, especially how a lot of you guys are, you're basically tired of the dips. I see a lot of you guys not really messing with the dips, right? I'm just quickly going to just show you from my Bitcoin chart. Okay, so this is essentially what could happen. Nothing too bad. Basically, one more month is what we're looking at, and that is because the January 30th government shutdown, which they're already talking about. So I could see this going up, still spiking up, and actually coming back down, even touching 68, maybe 67,000 in a flash crash before it shoots up. Now, hopefully it avoids that, bounces off of this support at about 87,000, bounces around here, and then actually just shoots up to about 130, between 132,000 and 150,000. Okay, minimum. Okay, so just throwing that out there. All right, let's get back to this because I know it's a lot, but I haven't really been doing too much in terms of production. So I definitely want to make sure that I hit you guys with as much info as possible. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into it. So that's basically what's happening. So of course, everything bullish, but I did want to warn you, there could be one flash crash up to 30%. I know it's crazy to think about because everything's been going down for like the past year. The year ended up even. All right. So it says the governance and utility token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem flashed a bullish reversal signal on key momentum indicators Monday. The asset traded at approximately 0.09031, marking a 9.18% gain over the past 7 days and outperforming the broader altcoin index. All right, so we're going to talk about the altcoin index. I'm going to show you the flip. All right, so let's go ahead and get it through this article. My bad. All right, so it says key points. The rally. Bone Shiba swap. Bone advanced over 9% this week to reclaim the 9 cent level, decoupling from broader altcoin consolidation to flash a bullish reversal signal. The technicals. A decisive MACD crossover and an RSI of 57.49 indicate building bullish momentum with room to run before hitting overbought territory. The liquidity, a massive disparity has emerged between thin centralized exchange order books and deep on-chain liquidity, with Shiba Swap's $1.98 million pool serving as the primary anchor for the price discovery. Okay, this was Monday. Today is Wednesday. So I'm gonna show you where the MACD crossover was on mine, because I have a different MACD indicator in terms of the 50 and the 200. So just putting that out there. Okay, the advance suggests a potential structural shift for the asset. Bone spent much of late December consolidating near the 8-cent support level. Recent price discovery currently drives the recovery. On-chain utility demand appears to be diverging from centralized speculative flows. Bone MACD pivot and momentum zones. Chart data from the early Asian trading session shows a decisive shift. I'm telling you guys, just to go off script a little bit. Bone Shiba swap, Shiba Inu, the ecosystem, Shibarium is the play. Not financial advice, not telling you what to do, just telling you what I would do if I was you. Literally telling you what I'm doing. All right, so the moving average divergence, MACD executed a bullish crossover. The MACD line rose above the signal line, expanding positive bars on the histogram accompanied the crossover. Traders typically interpret a positive MACD shift as confirmation that bullish momentum has exhausted itself. The signal suggests a new uptrend is forming, and right here they have a screenshot from Coin Market Cap. You see Bone Shiba swap at number 754 of all the cryptos ranked on the CMC ranking. 9 cents, up 8, market cap 20, and here you see it basically flatlining, final little dip, and you see down here the crossover between the red and the blue. You see how right here, this is what they're talking about. The MACD basically rose up, boom, crossed. So the blue is above the red. You see, so basically the red was going down, it was above the whole time, and that's what they're talking about. Now, if we go to mine, which we're about to check out right now, is basically here. Hold up, where's it at? All right, see, because what I like to do is I like to do the PVT, the MACD, and the RSI. Okay, so my MACD is a little different, okay, but still, look at this. It crossed right here. It went from right here, basically January 1st. It looked like it started to flip over. Now, if you come to my chart, you see right here, the cross happened right here as well, or basically around here. The difference is that this one is more, in my opinion, is more solid. So mine appears to have crossed on the 3rd, approximately the 3rd. All right. And instead of it being the 50 and the 200, I normally have a 12 and an 84 and a 9 to a 26 line. So that, because if you see how noisy the MACDs are, if you actually look at how noisy, look, crossing, where this one actually doesn't do that. It has the 12 to 84, or you have the 9 to 26. So you have the 12 to 84. We're getting too technical right now, but basically you have the longer term being the light one, and then you have the shorter being the darker one. So when the darker one, which is the shorter term, goes up, it's more clean. Look at this gap right here. Look at this gap right here. Look at my gap. Clean gap. No touching. And then you have a cross, where if you look at this MACD, look, there was a cross there, almost crossed there. So, and actually recrossed here, where the MACD actually crossed down on the down. This one still has a gap on the way up. So anyways, just a small technical difference, but oh damn, I hope you guys can hear me right now. Let me see. Give me one quick second, my peoples. Let me check something real quick. Check. Okay, yeah, it says you can hear me. All right, cool. Sorry this video is going long, but I do want you guys to understand the differences between it. So right now, I'm extremely bullish on Bone. Even if there is a dip, we're talking about it's going to be like a 2-cent dip max. So don't even trip, my people. So okay, let's go ahead and get back to the article now that I showed you guys my MACD. Okay, so you can see that this is 100% accurate. So it says the relative strength index RSI currently reads 57.59. 57.49. The level places Bone in a growth zone. Buying pressure is rising without hitting overbought conditions. In other words, what that means is price is going up without it actually hitting overbought. Once it's overbought, normally, oh damn, I didn't share that, my bad. So once it's overbought, basically it's gonna get sold. All right, that's all it means. So right now, the way the RSI is reading, the levels of Bone show that it's in a growth zone, meaning that buying pressure is rising without hitting the overbought. So it's gonna keep rising. And in fact, let's go ahead and quickly go back to the RSI on mine, just so you guys can see the RSI on this one. And the current RSI, if you guys are looking at it, is at 62.04. Current RSI 14, sitting at 62.04. Now, during the article, it was saying that it was at 57.49. So the level's still going up. Okay, keep in mind, at the time of this article, the 9 had just been crossed, and they were saying that it was showing a bullish momentum, okay, as Bone reclaimed the 9. Now, if we go back, sorry, not to make you guys, hope I'm not making you guys dizzy going back and forth, but you guys can see that from the 9 cent, now it's looking at 9362. Okay, that's basically, it's gone up even more since that article. Okay, so just putting that in perspective for you guys. All right, so and it's looking like that is like a 3, is that 3%? About 3%. All right, buying pressure is rising without, all right, cool. So boom, it says analysts typically define overbought conditions as an RSI above 70. So it's not even at 70 yet. Okay, so that shows room for growth. Get you guys in on some of this, not financial advice, just telling you guys what I'm looking at right now. Rising RSI and a positive MACD crossover show the asset has room to extend its rally before encountering significant technical resistance, liquidity concentration, and order book depth. It says market data reveals a significant disparity between trading volume and available liquidity. Total 24-hour volume reached approximately $938,000. Several centralized exchanges recorded outsized activity. All right, and before that, let's go once again to this, because I just want to show you one more indicator that I have, and it's actually this one right here. The price volume trend. If you look at the price volume trend over these months, look at this. Actually, even though it's been dipping, the volume activity has been going up. Look at this. Price volume trend up. So that means that there is actually more activity happening. So you have an RSI, which is not overbought. You have a MACD, which is showing a bullish ascension. And then you have an increasing price volume trend. Basically, you have the trifecta, in my opinion, for great price action. And then the reason I'm showing this, now let me just come back over here. All right, let's just say this ends up dipping right here. Oh, damn, it crashed. Well, guess what? I'm thinking it's going to still hold support. Once it hits it, look at these convergence points over here. Too many convergence points. This right here, even if it gets hit and comes back down, this is basically what we have is a descending wedge, which is going to explode up. That's basically what I see there. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the article. I just wanted to show you guys that the price volume trend is also going up, as this is saying that the trading volume and available liquidity shows a disparity. So the KCEX led the market with $143,995 in volume. Grove X and Mexi followed with $119,685 and $107,730. A deeper look at the order books reveals a fragile market structure for centralized traders. Exchanges like Gate and Mexi show positive 2% to negative 2% depth figures below 3,000. This indicates that even a modest market order could cause significant price slippage on these platforms. Shiba swap remains the primary anchor for the asset. The Bone/Wrapped ETH pair on Shiba swap maintains $1.98 million in total liquidity. The decentralized depth provides the necessary floor for the current rally. Most price discovery occurs on-chain, where the liquidity score sits significantly higher than its centralized counterparts. Investors moving larger clips of capital must rely on these decentralized pools to avoid the high costs associated with thin centralized order books. Fundamental context for 2026. Bone price action remains intrinsically linked to the activity of the Shibarium network. Users require the token to pay for gas fees on the layer 2 chain. Circulating supply stands at 229.92 million tokens. Market capitalization reached 20.76 million on Monday. The asset functions as a high beta play on the adoption of the Shiba Inu infrastructure. Market participants view the ability to hold the 9-cent level as a litmus test for the ecosystem's resilience in the 2026 cycle. All right. Frequently asked questions: why is Bone price rising in January 2026? Bone is rallying due to a decoupling from the broader market, driven by on-chain utility demand on the Shibarium network. Technical indicators like a bullish MACD crossover suggest a shift in momentum from consolidation to an uptrend. What do the technical indicators say about Bone? The charts show a bullish setup. The MACD line has crossed above the signal line, confirming positive momentum. Additionally, the relative strength index, RSI, is at 57.49. I showed you guys it's like at 60 or 61, indicating growing buying pressure without being overbought above 70. Where is the best place to trade Bone? Data suggests Shiba Swap is the safest venue for larger trades. Centralized exchanges like Gate and Mexi show thin liquidity under $3,000 in plus 2 or negative 2 depth, creating a high slippage risk. Shiba Swap maintains a robust $1.98 million liquidity pool for the Bone WETH pair. What is the role of Bone in the Shiba Inu ecosystem? Bone serves as the gas token for the Shibarium Layer 2 network. It is required for all transactions and smart contract interactions on the chain, making its value intrinsically linked to network adoption and usage. What is the Bone price prediction based on current charts? While specific price targets vary, the current technical structure holding the 8 support and breaking 9 suggests a continued recovery. Analysts view the 9-cent level as critical litmus test for the asset's resilience in the 2026 cycle. All right, I thought this was a pretty good article. Yona Gushikin. I don't know, it says Yona Gushikin, and then on top, sometimes it'll say Gushikin Yona. So I don't know what's going on here. But Yona brings a decade of experience covering gaming tech and blockchain news. As one of the few women in crypto journalism, her mission is to demystify complex technical subjects for a wider audience. Her work blends professional insight with engaging narratives, aiming to educate and entertain. All right, cool. With all that said, we're going to the blockchaincenter.net. Why? Because the blockchaincenter.net has a couple of the indicators and charts that I rely on significantly to see where we are. One of them is, of course, the altcoin season index. Okay, so to look at the year is normally lower. Obviously, it's going to be lower because of the average. But when it comes to where we're at, right now. I believe this is basically the bottom was at 22. I do not see this going back down to 22. In fact, I see this 31 only going up higher. In fact, I see it doing something like this, okay, going up. Okay, so, and in fact, it's going to go up to, normally it'll go to a 55. What year was that? So let's see what happens during the actual altcoins. Yeah, so during the years, like, it's going to be doing this. It's definitely going to crash past the altcoin year. All right, and it looks like it's going to smash it a couple of times. All right, historically, last bull run did that. All right, so expect the exact same. The only difference is look at where it started from. Last bull run, it was way down here. No one really talking about too many altcoins until Doge, Shiba Inu, then all of a sudden a bunch of Inus, then a bunch of tokens. But now look at this. Look at where this is starting from. This is actually starting from almost like the middle. So basically what you have here is, I expect this to maybe reach the 90 something more than once. It looks like it reached it once. There's way more altcoins now. So definitely that's going to be skewed to the right. I mean, think of the pump fund, think of the base tokens, think of the SUI tokens, think of the future Shib fund tokens. So just put that out there for you guys. All right, of course, not even mentioning all the other ecosystems. All right, so looking at the season now, it is not altcoin season. All right, and we did flirt with it. I covered it. I covered when we did flirt with it, but for the most part, you can see this is like a U, and this looks like a V recovery. Boom, from right here, December 11th, 2025. It's looking like it's gonna just keep going up. It's just gonna keep going up. Right now, sitting at 41. All right. So now let's go to the month, because actually I see this getting absolutely destroyed pretty soon. This right here, if you look at this, look at how explosive this has been. Just from the 25th, just from Christmas. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Literally sitting at 49 right now. More than half. Once it's at 50, keep in mind, it's only 75. When we're at 75, it is officially altcoin season. Even if it's for a little bit, we're in altcoin season. You can't fake it. Basically, in case you don't know what altcoin season is, if 75% of the top 50 coins perform better than Bitcoin over the last season, over the last 90 days, it is altcoin season. All right, so excluded from the top 50 though are stable coins, which is of course is like that USD1, Tether, USDC, DAI, and asset-backed tokens, which is wrap tokens or tokens that are part of some kind of liquid staking platform. Okay, so that's basically what we're looking at right now. You can't fake this, my people. And look, and Shib is right here. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on right here? Why did that happen? What happened? Oh, it's right here. No, I can't point at Shib. Here it is. Shib right here. Oh, as soon as I go up. Anyways, it's right here. No matter. Shib. Return over the last 30 days. Shib 2.6% higher than Bitcoin. That's basically what this is saying. Okay, understand what's going on. So my bad. I didn't mean to make this video so long, but just understand where we are right now. Okay. Shib, Bone, altcoin season is about to start kind of moving. Keep in mind, it's not really altcoin season until Ethereum starts to move. Ethereum is the king of altcoins. Remember that. Okay. So with that said, if you guys got any value from this, I didn't expect this to go so long, but understand that Bone right now is sitting at about 9 cents. Okay. Holding the level, and honestly, I see it only going up. This is one of the most explosive native coins out there because of the tokenomics. Everyone over here looking like, what's going on? Well, before you know it, this is going to be at $1. All right, people, I'm gonna just say this before I close this out, okay? Because you guys know that I am Bone Army. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that like, hit that sub, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. If you have any specific questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I will try to answer, not try, I will get to all of them and answer them. And lastly, I just want you to understand, we're early. Everything is being manipulated right now. If it wasn't for the manipulation, we would already be on the moon, straight up. But because the big players are now coming in, the Black Rocks, the Grayscales, the Vanguards, the T Price, all etc. Okay, the banks, JP Morgans, Bank of America, these big players are going to come in. They started buying at 30, 40,000. So they have a huge margin of profit. So they are definitely manipulating. They're definitely accumulating. So that allows you, okay, because they're accumulating Bitcoin, they're accumulating ETH. It allows you to get into these altcoins, into these meme coins that have value, that actually have utility, that have community, that have ecosystems and roadmaps. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. If you guys don't know about the team, Cal is leading the tech part of it. I actually covered his last letter from last year in my last video. So with that said, I'm just letting you guys know, not telling you what to do. This is not financial advice. Not telling you what to do, just telling you what I would do if I was you. Before you know it, time's gonna be gone. All right, you're gonna be on some, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that. Well, today's the day that you actually can do it, with Bone sitting at 9 cents, understanding that Bone is definitely going to reach $1, and understanding that at just $1 billion market cap, at just $1 billion market cap, Bone Shiba swap will be at $4. Like that. All right. So anyways, with that said, as I like to say, I'm Bone Army, your Bone Army, we're Bone Army. Once again, hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. And stay strong, my people. Don't let the fudders from the sub dial, all the haters, the evil penguins get you guys down. This is the Bone Army. All right, we live rent free in their head, and we're gonna be here after they're gone. Okay, just remember that. And I'm out.